Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nicole. I will be doing a general reading for my Taurus viewers looking into the energy of July 2025. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest for others. And you may book a personal reading with me that's more specific for you by going to intuitivegardentarot.org. All right, Taurus, let's dig in. We have the Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Fool, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So a lot of wands. Wands are the fire element, passion, spirit energy, creative energy. No swords, no cups. Very interesting. So let's look at you in the recent past. The Hanged Man represents an energy of taking a time out, putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation willingly. Sometimes it means sacrificing yourself. Self-sacrifice, that would again be by choice. But the reason this individual put themselves in this position was so they could see things from a different perspective. So that might be what you've been up to, Taurus, is looking at things differently, looking at different viewpoints, the bigger picture. It's also an energy, again, like I said, of a timeout or a pause. Perhaps you've been putting yourself on a timeout. I know there has been so much energy pulsing into the earth. It's just been ridiculous. And it's made some people feel rejuvenated, energized, and others really, really tired. I have been really, really tired. So it just might be suggesting that you've been slowing down and put yourself on a bit of a timeout, which is appropriate if that's self-care. All right, you're showing up as the Page of Wands here. And this page is very enthusiastic about exploring new territory, trying something new. This might be about traveling to a new place. And feeling excited about possibilities. That's wonderful. I'm getting a sense too that this page is related to that Hanged Man energy, contemplating where to go from here. Like, where should I go? Shall I go that way, this way? Now we have the Ten of Wands energy, and this character is carrying a heavy load. The good news about tens is it's the last lap, it's the last trip, the last haul, if you will, of all those heavy wands. But you might be feeling heavy, and I see that in the expression on this character's face. Feel like you might be tired right now and feeling like it's been a long journey, and gosh, I hope this is the last lap. Lots of work. And with the Fool here at the center of your reading, Taurus, he's ready to take a leap of faith and kind of jump into the unknown. I'm feeling like, sorry to say it this way, it's coming through as damned if I do, damned if I don't, but I don't really think there's any stopping him. Look at his legs and his whole body positioning and stance, and and his little dog, his companion there at his side. I think he's ready to take that leap of faith because he knows what it's like to be stuck at the precipice, at that edge, and the frustration of the stuckness, being kind of at a standstill, is ultimately more frightening than the going into the unknown and not knowing where you're going to land or what's going to happen. But I feel like you're having the opportunity this month, Taurus, to jump into the void, jump into the unknown, take a chance, like I said, a leap of faith. Because what you do know might not be working, it might not be fulfilling, it might be too much of a burden, too heavy. So let's see what else is out there if I just jump. And with the Queen of Wands as the outcome here for you, looks like you're going to land on your feet. She's very much in her power and her integrity and in her personal truth, her personal beliefs. She's very intuitive. She hasn't forgotten what's beautiful, and she hasn't lost sight of all that's playful and joyous. She's charismatic, fun to be around, so you might be feeling extra attractive, and this applies to men as well, not just women. So don't get stuck on the gender of the cards. But it looks like you're ready to jump into, again, your truth and your authentic self. And maybe having some fun, like I said, just getting out there, mingling, maybe entertain, maybe invite people over. But I think that's going to anchor in some positive energy for you, remind you of your playfulness and your creativity, your intuition. And she has two lions behind her, which are wanting to say something. So give me a moment here. It's as if they're at odds with each other. These two lions at the top of the card, behind her chair there. Let's get that into focus. Do you see these images here? They're turned away from each other. So, and she's kind of ignoring that. So, if there's some emotional energy, and the lion and the strength card and the fire of Leo and lion energy can very much be about passion, which can be romantic passion. It can also be anger. Excuse me. So I feel like those lions are at odds. So there might be a disconnect or a lack of connection that's happening somewhere in your life or behind you in the background. But I see you sitting tall in front of that and able to separate yourself from that. And again, connect to your playfulness, your fun, your entertainment side. And that might be where you really shine and come back to life a little bit from this image of this person's face. They're just pretty bogged down. So you might be asked to just get out of the house. Maybe it's not this ginormous leap of faith in changing your whole paradigm of existence, but getting out there and having an adventure. Go do something, change it up. And the Ace of Pentacles is a tangible beginning, a whole seed being planted, something new starting in the physical or financial realm for you. You might be considering making an investment. You might be receiving a financial gift or giving a financial gift. These hands are going in two different directions, it seems. But I'm getting more from clarification here from this Two of Wands, which is about taking that higher perspective, looking at things from above, not being in a situation or an emotional state, but kind of looking at the bigger picture again, a place of neutrality, a place of safety. And what this is saying to me, especially following this ace, is that you're in a good place. And even though you have some challenges this month, and it looks like some fun and some openings to be creative and explore, I think it's just saying that you're pretty solid right now. And you might even be starting something new with your health. Perhaps a new routine. And I mean your overall health, not something very specific, but like I'm going to choose to exercise. I've never had a routine, or I haven't for a long time. Something general like that about your health. It might also be suggesting, if you have any health concerns, to look at the big picture. Maybe you want to consult with a healthcare practitioner about your physical health and get some tests that kind of look more at the big picture instead of one symptom or something small and specific, if that makes sense. All right, Taurus, let's get some oracle cards to clarify further for you. And we have the Elemental Empath deck. What's the final message for my Taurus viewers? Any advice or clarification? So this card really jumped out. Integrated Woman. And this applies to men too. This entire deck is female. Abundance and intuition. Interesting. So Integrated Woman is this energy. And again, men, there's a male counterpart card to the Queen of Wands. There is a King of Wands, and they basically represent that same energy of being very charismatic, sometimes hot-tempered and passionate, but also fun and attractive and attractive to others, and they also attract a lot of experiences to them. Okay. Let's look at the details of Integrated Woman. It says self-acceptance, integrate lessons, and grounded healing. So this is doing your work, integrating your lessons, taking time to look at things differently, from different angles. Grounded healing is what it says. It's anchoring your energy down into your lower body, being in your body, period, connecting to the earth, and not just healing in the mind. I think we do so much in our heads that we can solve a problem in the head, but back to physical body energy, which came through with this card. our lessons and our understanding and our awareness needs to go through our physical body form. It's almost like our body is a separate being of its own, and our conscious thoughts, like I said, when we have a situation that's uncomfortable or painful, we can analyze it and decide what it means. We can define it. We can talk ourselves out of it, or change our focus, if you will. But the body might still be living in that truth while your mind has moved on, and it's still holding the energy and stuck there. So I think it's really important to connect your mental experience with your body and make sure that maybe you're getting body work done, acupuncture, massage, chiropractic, Reiki, whatever resonates with you. Exercise as well is an active way of kind of moving energy through your physical form. And underneath abundance here, I'm going to show you this image to tune in with your own intuition. So, like I said, this could be starting an investment, putting some money into something to watch it grow. But it says under abundance here, your true nature, gratitude, and commitment to goals. So it's our true nature to be abundant and provided for here on earth. Unfortunately, most of us have subscribed to a belief that survival and thrival is not a given here, and that we have to work really hard. And so I think this is inviting you to tap into the abundance of earth, and trying to match your frequency with that. And it often starts with gratitude for what already is in your life, what already exists that is abundant. And abundance comes in the form of money, relationships, joy, experiences, not just material things. So it can be many things or one specific thing for you, Taurus. So take it how it resonates. But that's also, again, a very grounded, earth-centered energy. So lastly, we have this card of intuition. And she's really connected to the energy coming through her crown, from the cosmos, from God, from her angels and guides, whatever resonates with you. And underneath it says intuition versus fear. Connect to soul. Trust self and source. Okay, that's again very much a lot about this. Trusting yourself and source, connecting to your soul by taking the time to really let your guidance come through, to reflect and look at different perspectives. The intuition versus fear also wants to be expressed here. So what that means to me is we react and act either from primal, primitive emotions of avoidance and fear, which are different from guidance. When we're tapped into our intuition or our higher self or our cosmic helpers, angels, guides, whatever guidance we experience, we all have that, I believe, whether we realize it or not. Intuition isn't the same as fear. And when we're acting or reacting from a place of fear or lack, which is the opposite of abundance, this card, that's literally going to just create more stressful situations. It's going to manifest more of what we don't want. And our intuition, our higher self, which is represented by the integrated woman, but this is also an integrated man. When we've integrated our lessons, we've connected to our body, and we're still open to our, cosmic guidance, that's when we can manifest from a place of true creativity and unlimited potential. And that's when we're open to much more joy and not stuck in the world of duality, if you will. Duality only, right and wrong, good and bad, light and dark. It only seems to have two perspectives, and there are definitely more than two perspectives. He's looking at things from a different perspective to gain enlightenment, to grow, to expand his conscious awareness. So that energy is really available for you this month, Taurus. And aside from maybe some specific messages, and you'll know if this resonates with you or not, but about your physical health and maybe getting some things checked out if you need to, this is really encouraging you to just kind of step out of your comfort zone and to engage with the outside world in a more playful way, or in a playful way. Maybe you already do that and have been doing that, but that is where your strength lies and where your joy lies here in the money, in the energy of this month, in this month's energy. So Taurus, you are about resources and money. I am talking your language, right? If this resonates at all with you, please remember to hit the like button, the notification bell, so that you're notified when I put new videos out. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. I really appreciate all of you. And if you haven't already subscribed, it's free and it gives me more exposure, and it allows me to keep doing these free videos for you, which I enjoy. So thank you so much for doing that. Until next time, I wish you well, Taurus. Take care.